11.1, strictly determined games. We've got a lot of definitions, so let's read through and let's learn them. Game theory is a systemic method for choosing the best strategy in a competition versus an aggressive opponent. Zero-sum game, a game where one player's losses equal the opponent's winnings. States are the alternatives in a problem. Payoff is the result of a player's strategy. Positive numbers show gains for the row player and losses for the column player. Negative numbers show losses for the row player and gains for the column player. And a payoff matrix is a matrix showing the payoffs for a game. So you're going to want to learn those definitions. I know that was a quick rundown, but you might need to go back and look at them again. Example 1. Below is a payoff matrix for a game of rock, paper, scissors. Find each payoff. Okay, so how this works is you're going to have two players, and sometimes one of them will be called the row player. And the states on this problem, okay, remember states are the alternatives in a problem. The row player can either throw rock, paper, or scissors. So those are the three states for the row player. Then we've got the column player. Rock, paper, scissors are their states as well, okay? So below is a payoff matrix. Find each payoff. So how this works is, if we look at part A, it says the row player throws rock and the column player throws scissors. So if you look at the matrix, there's going to be a number in that position in the matrix. So follow the row strategy of rock and the column strategy of scissors, and you can see this number right here, -2. Okay? -2. So that payoff, I'm going to circle it. That payoff in that case, where the row player plays rock and the column player plays scissors, is -2. All right? So remember what that means. Negative numbers show losses for the row player and gains for the column player. So what that -2 means is the row player loses 2 and the column player wins 2. Think about it like money, like you're gambling, okay? And one person lost $2 because the other person won the $2, okay? Part B, the row player throws scissors and the column player throws paper. Row is scissors, column is paper. That's this number right here, 2, okay? I'm going to put a box around it just to differentiate, okay? And think about what that means. The row player wins 2 this time, right? And the column player loses 2. Now let's go back to one of these definitions real quick. Zero-sum game. Zero-sum game is a game where one player's losses equal the opponent's winnings. Okay, well that makes sense. If you lose 2, then I gain 2. That makes sense. That sum is 0, okay? That doesn't always happen, okay? But that's what we're talking about right here. You win 2, I lose 2. That's a sum of 0. Zero-sum game. So then if both play paper, what number are you looking at if both play paper? 0 right there, right? So it's a tie. Neither win, neither lose.